What is up, folks? This is Bristol with Bristol Gaming, and we are back with another episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Week of the show and figure out what mods are good for you. And this week will probably be the last episode we have for the year. Depending upon what kind of Christmas mods come out, we may or may not do an episode, but planning on there not being one that week. So in case, happy early Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. With that, we're going to go ahead and jump into the mods. And our first mod is the Cornbread Less OP Server-Side Starter Kit. And it's a kit that I really like because when you open this up, you get some useful items without anything really being considered OP. You get a pipe shotgun, which is not OP by any means. You get an iron pickaxe, kind of could be considered a little above normal because the stone axe and stuff is kind of crappy, really crappy. But nothing here short of like maybe the bicycle itself really could be considered OP. It's just a way to really give you a leg up when you're getting yourself going, especially when playing on a server or playing with friends, because this is server side. So it's really good for people who start late, like I've started late playing with friends, or they've started late playing with me. Mods like this really give them that chance to pick back up and jump back in. And especially with having a mining a mining helmet and a helmet light mod, you know, being able to see in the dark, stuff like that really does help out a lot. It's just a fantastic little starter mod to give yourself just a little push forward when you're doing things. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next mod is the Super Cool Joe's Place by Lunatar the CGM, and it's a really cool POI. It is a tier 2 POI that can be a quest POI, but it also makes a fantastic all-in-one survivor base and horde base. Now, when we were testing this mod, Lunabug and I, we actually had a horde base built here at the top right here, where zombies would come through this way, and there were dart traps and stuff lined here eventually. They funneled through here. We had all this cleared out, and it just eventually led up to the roof where we were fighting and shooting at the zombies and stuff like that. So you can actually turn it into a really good POI, or sorry, a really good horde base. But you see in here, you have plenty of room to set up more fighting, stuff like that. You can easily knock out plenty of these areas to give zombies a path through. We have a little storage spot back here. Little bathroom there, and then we come around here to the garage. You see we actually have a ramp down, and this little ladder goes right up here to the storage room where we just were, but it comes down to a really cool underground bunker that you can make into your survivor base. So you can actually have everything you want down here because you have plenty of vehicle storage and stuff like that. The ramp is the only downside. It for whatever reason, it's a little steep, and it doesn't always, like, some vehicles will bug out trying to go over that spot. But once you get to the top, it's fine. But right in here, you see you have plenty of room for workbenches. And the next room over here, you see more workbench room, plenty of forges, cement stuff, storage, kitchen area. You have a nice little balcony here to do whatever you want with. And then up here, if you're playing with friends and stuff, and you all have this installed, you can each have your own little respawn rooms, because you've got this room here, and then this room here. So all in all, it's just a fantastic base that really just, if you want an all-in-one set up in a POI, you really can't get any better than this. This is pretty much perfect, and depending upon how you build, you can easily turn it into a fantastic horde base with plenty of traps and stuff like that. You can even build out a walk path, you know, and come down that zombies will have to jump up, and you can have a fall base set up with this. You have to go up a little bit higher because it has to be 11 blocks to keep from rage mechanics inducing and stuff like that. But still, it is a fantastic base, is a fantastic little POI to play around with. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next mod is the super cool Quest Expanded by Dementive, and it's a fantastic mod that really tweaks the way quests are handed out. Sorry for jerking the camera around, my mouse was acting buggy. So when you come and you talk to the trader, you see there's no longer the normal clear, fetch, stuff like that. Now we actually have kind of saying what it's doing. What this mod does is it breaks out the POIs into lists like survivor site, urban, ranger, stuff like that. We have diners. So all the different types of quests that you would normally have, you know, the fetch, the clear, the infestation, the stuff like that, are now going to be specific towards survivor fetch, survivor site clear, urban clear, ranger station clear, stuff like that. And when you select it, you actually see, it says, you ever hear the one saying one man's trash is another man's treasure? Well, in my case, it's true. There's some sentimental junk that I misplaced, but I'd be willing to pay a little something if you brought it back to me. Deal? No, we're going to go ahead and decline because I want you to see how far away it is. 3.4 kilometers, 6.3 kilometers. That's one thing that this mod also does, is it really tweaks the distance between quests now, so you can actually have quests that can, you know, tier 1 take you super far away. It's really cool for that, because not only does it really, you know, change the way that the quest typically the quest system typically is going to generate just where it's going to send you. It actually gives a little bit of lore for those who want it. They've actually the Dementive and I think it's Zorgbuff. Let me look at the mod page real quick. Zorgo Ball. I'm so sorry I messed your name up. I was trying to say it off of memory without looking at the mod page. But they've actually done a really good job of getting some lore into it. Like this urban clear here says, time to see if you have what it takes to be a part of White River Runners. Some of our guys at Funeral Home 01 ran into some zombies. I'm going to need you to clear out those zombies and see if our guys are still holding out. So it actually is really cool. Now, if there were proper NPCs and stuff in, that would make it even better, to where now if you go to like, oh crap, there are still people here, you know, it'd be even better. But still, this is a fantastic mod because it does give some lore and stuff into the game and revamps the quest system and makes them a lot more fun, in my opinion, and actually makes the quests feel like you're doing proper quests, not just go here, kill this, do this, or whatever. Now there's something there that makes me feel like I'm invested in doing it proper, you know? But with that, we're gonna go ahead and move over to the next mod. All right, folks, so this last mod is the super cool Weapons Expanded by Dementive, and it's a super cool server-side mod. Well, there's actually two versions. There's the server-side mod that I'm using to show off today, and there's a non-server-side version as well, but I'm not using it to show off. I'm going to show off the server-side because I like server-side. So we're going to go ahead, we'll pull up our inventory, and you see there's a lot of guns here and a lot of weapons. So it adds 30 new weapons to the game. We have weapons like Hugh's Special Glock, Mark's MP5, Manny's Meat Grinder, Joel's Retribution, the Grave Digger, the Pacifier, the Architect, the Killer Drone. We look at it here, max HP, not leaving your side.
My senses have picked up something.
Set it down. It acts just like acts like a normal little drone. You say, well, what's the difference? Slightly larger capacity and a lot higher HP. I mean, it doesn't have to be, you know, ridiculous. Most of these things are all kind of within line of the vanilla stuff. They're just slightly higher. Like the tier 1 Mark's MP5, slightly higher than what you would get on a normal SMG. The GoldenEye, slightly higher than what you would get on a normal Magnum. And it's just the same with all of them. It's just, they're tweaked variously, and everything will fluctuate as well, just like with normal playing with the normal vanilla items. There's ranges that the stuff can fall into. So you may get something that's better or worse, but overall they typically tend to be better. And they're just fantastic, you know, weapons to play around with. And it's a nice little variety to what's in the game already. And, you know, there's not any like special effects or anything on any of the weapons that I've found. It's all just normal stuff, but it's still really nice to have some additional items that give you, you know, a little bit of extra, you know, reward in looting and stuff like that, besides just like, oh, it's another, you know, whatever type of item. It's not, now it's like, oh, what is this? Oh, it's a lightning rod. Okay. Or, you know, you're playing with the finale and you want to blow up a building. I will say this is the biggest one that's different, is the finale does have 2 rockets. And we have an infested fire axe, which this is just a normal looking fire axe if you ignore the glowing green bits that somehow make it stronger. The flavor text and stuff on these as well is just fantastic. And chop. Sorry, bunny. No more zombies around, and I don't want to spawn any in. But all in all, it's just a fantastic little weapon pack that's server side that adds in a lot of stuff to give you some fun and flavor to play with friends and things like that. It just things like this are just one of the things that I just absolutely love, because I like having these additional weapons, like the trifecta. It holds three bolts. There we go. Let's see how the hell we missed that first one. But it's a fantastic mod. I really enjoy it. I think you guys will too. All the mods on this list have been super fun. I've really enjoyed playing with them. But that is it, folks. We might potentially be done for the year. So thanks for sticking around. I hope you had fun. I hope you guys have a happy holiday. Hope you guys get lots of presents, lots of joy, whatever it is you're after this year. I hope it has come to you, and I hope you continue to get your dreams. I hope they come true. Have fun. Take it easy. We'll see you next time.